Hello, queens and kings and crafty admirers. Well, Jacqueline Haley here, Hand of the Queen, coming to present a project share for Martha of Bird and Barn Designs. I'm using partial pages from her digital kit that is, let me see. It is Maison de Russe digital kit. It's French. And Martha can be found on Etsy and Ko-fi, or some people are saying coffee. So I don't know which way is the correct pronunciation. But anyway, that's where you can find this digital kit that I'm going to be featuring for Martha as a project share. And it is, I'm going to say it's a grungy, it has a grungy, shabby flair about it. What I have done is I have used a placemat, and I believe it's made in China, of course. 60% linen and 40% cotton. That is what the placemat is made from. It has the pull thread on the sides. And many of the laces used I have purchased from KS for You, Julie. I believe Julie can be found on ksforyou.com. She sells many fabulous laces, trims, all kinds of embellishments for your journals. Some of the trims used are by Donna Dreams times 3. Donna Dreams times 3. Also, you may see some projects or trims used by Uniquely Yours by Don Marie, and many are from my personal stash that I may have lost the names of where I purchased them or who gifted them to me. The laminated bookmarks are by Donna Dream times 3 as a gift. A paint chip bookmark that I have used. I was inspired by Pam of Glam Junk Journals, who shared the project at a North Carolina boho retreat that I recently attended. So, not to leave anyone out, let me see. The scrapbook papers that I used are from Paper Studios. So here we go. This is the front of I've made it sort of like a clutch. And this is the front. This trim here, crochet, is from Don Marie. And I applied flat back pearls on that. This trim here, I coffee dyed. I believe it's from Julie. Or it could have been Donna. I'm not really sure. And as mentioned, they're from the various people that I named. I'm not going to try to point anything out directly unless it comes to me. All right, in the corner, I have a paper popped up image here. And there's a little snippet of French paper that was by, it was on a tag by Wendy Wusha. Don't know if I'm pronouncing her name right or not. But anyway, it was a tag that was gifted to me at the retreat, and I just tore a piece of that French script off of that and sort of collaged it. And inside, this is the inside of the clutch. I hope you're seeing that. I left the label on of the placemat. And it's a beautiful linen placemat. All right, and then I have inside a journal. And this is where we get into more of what Martha does. So let me remove the journal. And we will go through that as quickly as I can. I won't spend, I hope I don't spend a lot of time. You know I'm a talker, so I can really talk. But anyway, here is the journal. I'm getting caught up over here. All right, this is, let me take this book down. I hope you're seeing this. All right. I used, am I too close? Let me see. Let me raise it up a little bit. That might be better. It's a little bit more using my phone, you all, so I think that might be the spot right there. All right, on the front, this is paper, of course, and I have tea stained, not tea, coffee stained all of my papers in Martha's digital kit. You may have heard me mention that before on previous videos that I've shared for Martha. And this is Martha's satin ruffle that I had purchased in her pink ruffle kit. And I used her netting, the pink netting, and made a tie. There's a vintage doily piece here. Underneath the ruffle, there is a rhinestone bling here with a cameo. It sort of simulates or emulates the cameo here on the digital of Martha's. And all of the edges here on the printed digital sheets, I have used an acrylic gold paint. All right, and then I scattered flat back pearls along the cover. So I hope you're seeing that. All right, let's get into it. Whoops, that goes on the back. I'll show that in at the end. All right, we open it. And then we have this page here. Another one of Martha's ruffles. The rhinestone bling. And then I covered a cardboard with a toile print. Oh, and I did forget to mention, I did purchase that from Pearl of Pearl's Finds, the toile, some time ago. All right, I left her name out in the beginning. And this is a paper doily, and simply placed one of Martha's bows here. This is just a piece of the scrapbooking paper that I coffee stained, and it's just for writing, so I just paper clipped that on. This paper that I used is by a friend from Stay Creative Crafting Circle, who I did a trade with, so that is from her. Didn't forgot to mention her name as well. All right, I will mention it in the comments. And then this is a snippet of lace here. I do not remember where I purchased that from. I don't know. I don't want to say. If you know, you can comment. All right, and then we turn it over to this page. And we have another paper, coffee stained, and it has a doily at the top, embellishment here. All right, and we have a little vintage corner nylon and embroidered pocket here from Dawn Marie. And this is the little, you know, you've seen these before hundreds of times, the little fold up or fold down, however you want to say it, little letter that I slipped into the pocket. And on this page, Martha's Digital, the gold acrylic paint on the edges, another corresponding nylon embroidered vintage pocket corner. Oh, Lord. Oh, okay, it's late at night. All right, and then we have a little tag. You know, you guys, I can make up some names now. You know that. All right, and then we go to the next page. This is a sewn-in signature, and I am not a perfectionist by any means. I am messy and sloppy. So it's not going to be perfect. All right, and then on this page, we have another piece of that lovely toile from Pearl's Finds, Pearl Brown. And I made it into a pocket, placed lace at the bottom, flat back pearls. And this is a ticket. And inside this pocket, it's just some information from Paris. It's a high time for a high-tech image. And this was taken from a Paris magazine that I purchased from Uniquely Yours by Dawn Marie. All right, and in the corner of this page is another snippet of doily. And it has a little snippet of very soft nylon pleated and ruffled trim. And I believe I purchased that from Ivy. And Ivy's in the UK. All right, and then on this page we have like a little pocket. There's another vintage doily here, a wooden butterfly. And we have this tag. And then we have another paper for writing that's been coffee stained. And we'll place that back in the pocket. There's a lace on the edge, and here's a little beaded dangle. And then we go to, well, this is Donna's Dream Times 3 seam binding that's crinkled. And we go to this page, and we have another dangle. We have a wedding applique here placed on this pocket. Here is Martha's tags. So we have two of those, and then we have a snippet of this little, it's like a organza or cotton, I don't know, and it has little embroidered flowers on it. Dawn Marie was selling those in strips. So I have those two tags of Martha's, and they are gorgeous, gorgeous. And inside the wedding embellishment pocket, it has sequins on it. And here is a, let's see, what is this? Oh, this is just a picture of a girl. I don't know where I took that from. Some magazine. And then on this page, we have this beautiful dress. We have a collar, crochet collar. Have an embroidered pink trim here. And then we turn to the next page. You can journal here. And on this page, here is a piece of KS for You, Julie's beaded collar that I cut and applied and put at the top of this page. And then I made a see-through pocket. And then we have this tag of Martha's where I scalloped the edges. And that's the back. And then this is simply another piece of that scrapbooking paper that I coffee stained. We have a coffee stained bow. And we had, okay, getting myself confused here. And this is the paper that I traded with, this pink paper from a friend. Can't even think of her name now. I lost it. Anyway, this slips out. This is another writing space cord with one of Martha's images. And I have placed a pretty rose trim here. I don't know, some people, I don't know what they call it, but it's a trim. And some beads. It may be rococo. I don't know what they call it. I just say trim. All right, and then that just slips onto the envelope back. And then on this page, we have another. This is from a vintage Quaker lace tablecloth. I have used it as a pocket. Put this trim on here again. And this is information inside of this pocket from a French magazine that was purchased from Dawn Marie. That is back of the page. This is the front. All right, and let's see, what else do we have? That slips back in there. And we have the trim, and then I used some of Martha's netted ruffle from that kit I purchased from her. And on this side, we have a curtain, piece of a curtain panel that I formed into a ruffle, and I put flat back beaded trim on the center of that. This is the center of the journal. We have a dangle on the end. And we have another dangle. I just love this page. It is so gorgeous. Oh, the ruffles. And of course I tied a Donna Dream Times 3, her crinkled seam binding in the pink and the coffee stain color into a bow. And this netting here on this page, this pleated ruffle was from Ivy, and I used the flat back pearl trim again. And then we turn it over, and we have this trim here from Julie. And I have another Quaker lace pocket, and I applied, cut out and applied these 3 center flowers here. And then this is from that scrapbook that I was talking about. And it's just something to write on. I do hope you're seeing this. All right. And then on this page, we have a vintage lace. Let's see. And it flips up. At the top, there's a embellishment applique. And I placed 5 pearls on that, flat back pearls. And Julie's trim again here. And I crafted a ruffle. And you flip it up. And we have another one of Martha's cards. Well, I've made it into a card. And then we have another piece of the scrapbooking paper that has been coffee dyed and distressed. And clips onto the coffee stained bow. Then we have this page. It's another flip up. And we have another tag that I have glued. I believe I glued it. Let me see. Yeah, I glued it onto this fabric. Underneath it is a vintage tablecloth. I mean, not tablecloth, a curtain. And there's a pin on. Was it a bulldog clip here at the top? A ticket. It flips up over to this side of Martha's tag digital. And I believe this is another from a tablecloth or something. And then we have another paper for writing. And on this page, we have a sari silk ruffle. We have another pocket. No, it's not a pocket, I'm sorry. It's a belly band. We have Martha's image here. She is beautiful on the belly band. and I applied the flat back pearls onto that. You will often see me use flat backs a lot. I love flat back pearls and rhinestones. And then here is another piece of literature from France, from the magazine that I purchased from Dawn Marie. And I simply folded that and placed that under the belly band. And this is the, is that it? No, I don't think so. This is the next page, and I coffee stained this applique. I don't know if, I'm thinking that was either Julie or Dawn Marie. I don't remember. But anyway, it's been coffee stained. And then on this page, I have a pocket here at the bottom. And I have a sari silk bow, another dangle on a, I guess you call those bulldogs, I don't know. And then we have a something for writing, a snippet. This is from a vintage napkin page. At the top, it's a little collage of doily, some fabric, and on the side there is this gold ruffled, 3-tier ruffled lace. All right, and we turn it over. This is for journaling. And I have a music page that's been coffee dyed, stained. We have this doily trim here, cut from a doily. And then on this page, I have a vintage snippet from a, I don't know, was it a runner or what it was, but I think I had purchased that from the lovely Paula Fowler, who's no longer with us anymore. But I'm sure I got that from her. I'm pretty sure. And this is another one of Martha's tags, the ladies. Beautiful tag. I just love it. And a cameo. And on this page, we have a little boot ephemera here. And a doily. Another wedding snippet. And then the ruffled lace. Gold and white. Coffee stain paper. And then we get to, no, we're not at the back yet. Okay. Then we have this page. And as mentioned, it's painted with the gold acrylic edges. We have Martha's bow here at the top. And a flat back pearl that I applied. And on this page, let me see. Yeah, it's a pocket, see-through pocket. And we have a piece of the scrapbooking paper for writing that has been coffee stained and distressed. And we have another one of those wonderful ladies. I did not put the pearls on her. I need to go back and do that. I missed that. All right. And it slips back into the pocket. And then this is the other back of that paper that I purchased from Stay Creative Crafting Circle. And her name is not coming to me right now. Shame on me. Anyway, this is the laminated bookmark that I spoke of that was gifted to me by Donna Dream Times 3. And there's her crinkled seam binding on the edge. And then we have this scrapbooking paper here for writing. And in this pocket here, this is a crochet filet lace pocket. We have this tag with a snippet of the lace here. a wedding embellishment, another snippet of the filet lace, crochet lace under that. She's gorgeous. And that slips into the filet lace pocket. There is from, I believe this is from Julie. I coffee stained it. Just a little embellishment there. And then we have another little dangle here. I believe I purchased these dangles from Donna Dream Times 3. We have the crochet filet lace here that I cut from a doily. And then this is the back. And on the back, I had tied, oh, where did it go? Oh, I made a paint, sample, chip sample. And we did these at the retreat in North Carolina. And I was inspired by Pam of Glam Journals. Some of you may know Pam, but this is one that I did. It's just a little different, but it's the same concept of the paint chips. There were 5 different colors, but I applied pattern paper, and then I applied some gold acrylic paint over that. Used some paper flowers from Julie, flat back pearls, bring, scattered some flat backs. This is Julie's embroidered applique, small pieces, and Donna's Dream Times 3 seam binding. And this is the back. And like I said before, this is sort of shabby, grungy. And when you purchase the kit from Martha, you will not receive the pages as shown, that is in the color that they're shown, because all of mine have been coffee stained. So if you want that look, you can coffee stain or tea stain your pages, and it will give a more antique or vintagey, grungy look, if that's what you're going for. I like the shabby and the pretty, and I like the grungy as well. So thank you all for watching, and let me see. This is my project for Martha that I shared with you all. And I have made, you know, when I started out this journal, you won't believe it, but I had started out to make one, and I made so many pages that it was just too much to put into one. So I will be back to show you another project with the placemat as the clutch. And this is, well, let me see, let me move this. This is what I will be showing you next, this placemat clutch. So I will do another video on that soon. Don't know when, but thank you all for watching. Blessings, happy trails. We will meet again soon. Goodbye.